Hi guys, Reverend Crystal Cox here with a very important message. Okay, it's November 12th, 2020, and we're on a new timeline, right? So we've been splitting timelines, as you know, for thousands of years. They've been collapsing. Some have seen this through the Mandela effect. We won't go through all of that today. But what the energy is of today is that you choose. You choose your reality. Today, every day is important, but today is really, really, really important. Because of how everything's lining up. Okay, so say you need 11 votes to move to a certain game, a certain reality, a certain board game to win. We've been, let's say, a different way to explain it. Okay, so 50% of society's this way, 50% this way. When mass consciousness raises, we only need 51%. So say 51% wants, Trump, wants high energy, wants humanity liberated from debt, wants, I don't know, maybe a purple sun, just as an example. So then we lean towards that reality. But we've been kind of at 50% and teetering, and now the energy shifted. So everything you do today and moving forward matters. It's always mattered, but it really, really matters that you choose the timeline that you want to live on. And you do this in any preferred moment. You go, well, what would the preferred me want to be doing? How would it feel right now if I was the preferred me? Listen to ELAN, E-L-A-N, point of power. It's amazing. Listen to Abraham Hicks. But the ELAN point of power is so, so, so important. Because your now moment is all you have. Now is eternal. It's always the present now. Something else to consider in this now moment. What if you didn't know anything? Okay, so you know how to walk, you know how to breathe, you know to keep safe, but you don't have no background, right? So you don't have no anxiety and no story playing in your head of who will think this and who will say that and worry about this and worry about that. Those are all programs and stories. If you're really fully in the present now, you're like, wow, that's beautiful, or you notice just different shapes and you notice different beautiful things. If you're not, you're just missing that all, and you're in your head and you're creating some future potential or past, and it's always the eternal now. So it's important to, and I talk about this a lot in my teachings, and I've studied it a lot, is, obviously it's all quantum, right? So you're feeling into the moment. So you're like, okay, I'm going to go to the store. You feel good about going to this one particular spot. You go like 2 steps into the journey and you feel different, and then you go, oh, and you pay attention to that. It's quantum. The energy shifted, so you shift with it. There's something else yesterday that became clear to me. It's always been clear, but this is like that thoughts are permanent and buildings are not. Okay, so your thoughts are creating worlds permanently for you. And when you keep feeding those thoughts, you keep creating more on that world. And you're doing that in this present moment of now. That thoughts are impermeable. Ooh, girl needs glasses. So yeah, November 12th, 2020, timelines are merging, and it's very important to pay attention. Okay, so let's see. All right, then, so don't judge any of the programs that come up. So just let them come up. One of the techniques in the ELAN meditations, I'm sure you've heard this before, is like, so you're meditating, right? So you hear fans, you might hear barking dogs, you might hear cars, you might hear, and you just ignore all that, right? You just let it flow. And then when you have a thought come in, even if it's you talking to you and you think it's your thought, just don't put a story to it. Just let it flow through like it was any other thought. So if it was some guy in the corner sneezing and someone else coughing, just let that thought because if you try to resist the negative thought, then it will push at you for a story and it'll cause other anxiety in the body. So just kind of just letting it flow. The point of life is always right here and right now in this eternal now. Find your internal silence, okay? So right now the chaos going up in the world, that's not your stuff, okay? I don't feel any charge at all to the Biden reality. That's not my thing. I've studied it forever. I'm not into this for politics. I am into this for raising the vibration of Mother Earth so we can move to the next dimension and have our powers. I myself have chosen to take on tons of trauma from my family line from every direction in order to heal it. And I know a lot of you have done, and most all light workers have done it. And so I'm still purging all of this, and I'm purging for the collective. And so I feel this stuff coming up and purging through me as if it's my own grief and my own pain and my own body sickness. But it's the collective, and you're going to be around people who either will mirror your stuff or things will come up quickly. just honor your body, love yourself, I just love you, and don't put a story to any of it. If you feel ill, even if the emotions are trapped in your body, move your body, walk, just kind of move around, nap, listen to EMDR, change your focus. Don't focus on the things that's fearful. For some of you that are really experiencing this, what you feel is a Trump loss, just take that feeling and transmute it to love, because that's what the Biden people are going to be feeling soon. And we're moving to a world where politics isn't going to control us anymore. And Trump is working with the Galactic Council of Light to liberate us from that. The importance of this message, and I'm going to put it on my Mandela Effect sites as well, is because we're choosing timelines like permanently. Like this body has, we've never as human beings ascended with our bodies. And what's going on Earth now has never happened in the universe. It's new now. So the choice is this now moment. The choice is always this now moment. But what I'm saying is they can't predict where humans would go. So when you're impatient for like Nasara or timeline shifts or something to shift or getting impatient with COVID or all that, just know that all you have to do is focus on something happy, right? Focus on your puppy, focus on your kids, play and laugh and choose the timeline that you want. Choose the life that you want by in every moment choosing what you want over what you don't want. So instead of watching a bunch of news that makes you feel bad, why don't you go and watch a show that makes you laugh? Okay, that's what reality you're picking now. And it's really important to ask yourself, what would your preferred self be doing? Because like if you're like, okay, well I'm really stressed now. Oh my God, my stomach hurts. There's so much going. Oh. What would my preferred self feel like? And then you can go, oh, well, I just remembered the other day when I was telling my story and I was like, and I feel good energy. And so don't let the programs bring the density into your body where you think you're a body and you think you're a human. You've outgrown your body, okay? So be expansive, be enjoy, have fun. Don't let the human stressors keep you in your body, and don't try to compress the light inside of yourself when you're bigger than all that. Releasing the human programs. It seems impossible, right? Your stomach hurts, you're nauseated, you're shaky, you got all kinds of physical things, and you think they're actually a physical illness. But really, it's your body releasing the physical trauma. And that sometimes doesn't happen until you're around people. Sorry, I just keep checking to see if this is on. If you're around people that have your same triggers and your same programs, it will mirror that. But that doesn't mean you have to pay attention to it. Okay? You don't need to focus on your body. I love you, and I honor the way you feel, and I honor your stress. You love your body, but you don't have to give that a story. Okay, so there's a lot of different things to go over, but allow change into your life. A lot of people want things to go back to normal. There's no normal, okay? Reality's changed forever. We're in New Earth energy. We're just letting go. You've seen their shows or just, I don't know, just think of something in your life, it's like a suction and it lets go. I don't know what comes to mind for me. I don't know if it's like silly putty or if I'm, but you know what I mean. Okay, so if, like right now, you'd be like, okay, well, what would I be doing if I didn't have a past and I didn't have a future? Well, you'd be exploring the now moment, right? You'd be like, wow, what's that? Or what's that? Or what's going on there? Or who can I talk to there? Or how's this? That's what you'd be doing if you didn't have what are they going to think? What's society going to do? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? So yeah, and so amazing how you can shift energy. Like yesterday I said this woman was kind of being crabby with me, and I said, isn't that sunset beautiful? And she said, oh, it is. She goes, I don't really get to see that. And I'm thinking, well, I saw it with her at her job, where she probably sees that quite often but never notices it. And then later, I said something positive to her again, and then she just shifted her energy with me. People are really used to the energy of, anyway, I don't want to go down that road. Okay, so, right, thoughts are permanent, buildings are not permanent. There's more things I'm going to go over with you later when I can read my handwriting. But we're getting a lot of information today about a new timeline. And us that have been in the Mandela Effect and in this energy, we've heard this a million times, right? Well, we always have been. We're collapsing, 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 and then coming down towards like 3D and 5D. Okay, that's the simplest I can explain it to some people. But now we're done, right? We're in a new timeline, a new world. Everything's merging. You might even be feeling, a lot of people right now are feeling almost like flashbacks of former timelines that they don't consciously remember living in this body. And so that's happening now. So stay present and watch all of this. And if you're feeling density or pain in your body, it's an emotion that's trapped. So just nap, sleep. Sleep is hard right now because there's a massive amount of energy coming in, so don't make yourself sleep, and don't get agitated because you can't sleep. Just close your eyes, play like bilateral EMDR or shamanic music or something, and just close your eyes and let your body just rest. All of you light workers right now are being used to ground light more intense than you've ever known. And it's going to make you feel tired. And then when you're like, come out of that fog and you're looking around at humans and you're trying to interact about dinner or about things that are of humanity, you go, well, wait a minute, this is linear time, it's a little, and then programs come into your body and your physical body goes, ooh, and so you just remember who you are. So I'm going to do another video about this, but also, I don't know, I think I've read some of this to you guys, but if you have the book, You Can Heal Your Life, Louise Hay, Abraham Hicks, Elan, whatever kind of information can remind you about being in the now, being your triggerless self, being your preferred self, following your highest excitements. Those are the things that create a reality in a quantum world. And right now this is of the utmost important. You're literally, yes, it's being played out as a vote in an election, but you're literally voting on an entire reality, an entire construct, how everything will be moving forward. So pay attention to your thoughts. And if you have density in your body, just love your body and just keep moving through it, and don't judge it, and don't label it, and don't fight it. I love you guys. God bless.